Exactly. I'm sure many of you have seen the flat clip up there in the House of Commons when he was asked, as Deputy Speaker, a question as to what Liberal members of Parliament are part of the World Economic Forum. And he cut the question off saying the audio quality was too poor. Everybody heard the question. Right? So, are you going to vote for him or are you going to vote for us?
10%.
I'm gonna get up closer.
Let's welcome Maxime Bernier.
Hey, hello, freedom fighters! I'm very happy, very pleased to be here. I was with you. We were together in Ottawa, a lot of you, during our winter, January, the Freedom Convoy. And I can tell you, we can have our country back if we are doing what we believe in. And we did it. When we had our first rally, for me personally, it was in Montreal, in the beginning of that pandemic. We were maybe 100 persons, but the last rally that I did in Montreal, we were 45,000 people there fighting for our rights. And now, because of you, you are not afraid to speak about what you believe openly, with passion and conviction. And we were successful to have more and more people coming on our side, on the common sense side, on the freedom side. And they understand that without freedom, we cannot have equality of right, human dignity, and economic prosperity. Without freedom, we are not a country. We are not our country, Canada. And what I'm doing as a leader of a national political party, I'm fighting for what we believe, individual freedom and personal responsibility. And you know, it was not popular when we started that battle 2 years ago. Like I said, we didn't have a lot of people at our rallies. But now it's more popular to speak about freedom. And you have establishment politicians, career politicians that are campaigning in the Conservative Party of Canada, speaking about freedom. You know, I believe that, you know, Pierre Poilievre, it's all about freedom, but where were he the last 2 years? Nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. You judge a man by his action, by his conviction. And Poilievre is an opportunist, a career politician. He only know how to campaign. His first job was at 25 years old as a member of parliament. And now he tried to convince people that, oh, the Conservative Party of Canada is now the new party to fight for what we believe. But I was there, and that's why I left, because I knew, and at that time, that party, the Conservative Party of Canada, was and still intellectually and morally corrupt, because they just speak about conservative values when they are in the leadership contest. When we needed them, they were silent. They approved everything that Justin Trudeau did the last 2 years. Shame on them. We were the only real opposition outside the parliament the last 2 years. We all together, we were the opposition. We didn't have a real official opposition. But I can tell you, our movement is growing. from 0% in 2018, 1.6% in 2019, 5% at the last election. We triple our score. The next one, it will be more and more people will jump in our train, in the freedom trains, under the freedom umbrella. And what we want to do is to unite every Canadian under the freedom umbrella. There's no discrimination with us. There's no segregation. We believe in you. We believe in people. We know we have faith in you. We have faith that you have the ability, the dignity, and the right to make your own decision and determine your own destiny. That's why we call our party the People's Party of Canada. Freedom, yes, freedom. Yes, and I can tell you that I like what I'm doing. We started that road trip, because as you know, I cannot fly. Road trip across Atlantic Canada, the 1st of May, and I'll be with you until the end of this month. But what I'm doing right now is to help our former candidates to build our organization to be ready for the next election. Because I can tell you the next election will be the common sense revolution, the ideological revolution. We will regain our country. That will be a breakthrough for the PPC because of you, because of our values, because we don't do any compromise with what is good for us as Canadians. So, you may know that at the last election, we had 140,000 people that voted for the PPC. And if every one of these voters find 10 more supporters, and you have 3 years to do that, 10 more supporters, we will be at 8 million votes. We will be at 20%. So, I'm not alone. It's not about Maxime Bernier. It's about you. It's about your way of life. It's about our country. That's why we are together. That's why we created the People's Party, to give a real alternative to our fellow Canadians. There's the 5 main establishment political parties that are all the same. And we know how they're doing politics, by survey, by polling, by focus group. And they will tell people what they want to hear and do the opposite after. There's no conviction there. They didn't speak about freedom the last 2 years because we were a French minority. And they want to be with the majority. And the last 2 years, the propaganda, the fear was very efficient. And yes, our fellow citizens, a majority of them were saying it's okay for the lockdowns, it's okay for the curfew, it's okay for the stay-at-home orders, it's okay to shut down the economy. The fear was inside of them. And for us, we stand up, speak out about what we believe. And we are able now to convince more people. And they are listening now. They know they had COVID and they didn't die. And they know other people that had COVID. We know that COVID can be a dangerous virus for older people with comorbidities. We didn't have any reason to shut down our economy. But that's the way we are doing politics. We are speaking openly with passion and conviction about what we believe. And if it's not popular today, we know that it will become popular. It is not because something is popular that it is just and true. It will become popular when we are speaking about the facts, we are telling the truth, that will become popular. And that is becoming more and more popular. That's why I believe that all of you, all of us together, we will be able in the next 3 years to do that common sense revolution, that freedom revolution. And I'm looking at the future. We have a strong vision for this country. A vision based on the respect of our Charter of Rights, the respect of our fellow Canadians, without any discrimination. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And some people are asking me, oh, Maxime, can we trust you? You may change like the other establishment politicians. And I said, judge me by my actions. Look at what I did in the past. Go on YouTube and look at old videos that I did, or on Twitter, or on Facebook, and you'll find old videos of me that I did 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. The first one, you're gonna hear that I had a very strong French accent at that